guys are not going to believe what happened with Mom and June last night. This drama that's been going down with this family since the season ended has been more excited than the whole season. So June went live and she just started talking about this season. She was spilling quite a bit of tea in this live. This is almost a 2-hour live. I'm going to try to react to as much as this live as I can. I may have to split up in multiple parts, but I want to react to the bread and butter of this live. So pretty much June talked about Josh's girlfriend Breanna, and she said that she had a son that died at one point. She didn't say how the son died, but apparently Breanna wasn't too happy about that. And while June was live, Breanna decided to drive 20 minutes from her house, pulled up on June, and started banging on her door right in the middle of her live. And we can hear everything go down during this live. So let's get to it. I am going to skip about 20 minutes in where she does show up and knock. I will try to react to the full live later, I said.
Working because he was working night shift at that time. Okay? They went to Tennessee. Josh married too, so baby, y'all, you know what I'm saying? And everybody's like, there ain't no way you've been 12, your fingers are 47 years old, 6 people. Yeah, it has. But anyway, other people's body count's high. But with that being said, I don't know if Trina knew about this before like this aired. I don't know before this laundry got aired out. But we all knew. But if y'all look back at season 7, episode 5, where I was in there, I was honestly talking about, oh, well, why are they still hanging out? What are they doing having a Maze Trois? At that time we knew. But when this first happened, Pumpkin did not know about this for a few months. What happened, let me explain. Nobody wanted to tell the real reason how it happened, went down, because Josh would look again like a damn fool. But okay, so Darren and Pumpkin were messing around. Well, Paisley was friends with Pumpkin at the time. They went to Tennessee to see Parker run a race, which is Paisley's brother. Josh thought, rumors got around that Darren was with her. No, Darren was at the Rock Quarry at Vulcan in Juliet, working because he was working night shift at that time. Okay? They went to Tennessee. Josh had the kids. Josh went to Jessica's house instead of Jessica coming to his house, because that's the way Josh wanted to portray it. No. Josh went with him, the kids, and Draco to Jessica's house in Cooper's, Gordon, whatever. Okay? He sat down. He kept asking. Well, Draco seen that it was going the wrong way, and Draco chose to leave. He didn't want any part of it. He went home. He didn't say anything to Pumpkin. He didn't say anything because his loyalty was lying with Josh. Okay? Do what it does, okay? Okay, so Josh and Draco had a falling out a few months later. Jessica didn't say anything. Cheyenne didn't say anything. Draco didn't say anything. Josh didn't say anything. And if that fight would have never happened, Pumpkin would have never known. Okay, that falling out with Draco and Josh, okay? With that being said, Josh kept on. My understanding is Cheyenne, and I don't know if Jessica did it, but my understanding is the story that was told to me. If it's wrong, and I haven't been told any different by anybody because we're talking about it, I told Jessica it is wrong. I will tell Jessica today. I will tell Jessica tomorrow. I will tell Cheyenne tomorrow. I will tell Trina tomorrow. I will tell Josh tomorrow. And I will even tell Pumpkin that they're wrong. Mr. Perfect and Mrs. Perfect that was made into the TV show for years. They're not Mr. and Mrs. Perfect.
I just said that in my last video. What we've seen from the show, I think especially with Pumpkin, is just what the producers wanted to push out. It's not who Pumpkin really is. And also, June reveals what a lot of people have been assuming for a long time, that Alana has been living on her own since she was 15 years old. She moved out when she was 15, and Josh and Pumpkin, they try to make it look like she was living with them. No, she was living with Draylen. And she's going to open up on that. She's going to open up on that part, hopefully here in a second. Hopefully we can get to it in this video.
Pumpkin and Josh did dirt together. They did good. Well, anyway, let's get back to that. Well, they ended up hooking up. Jessica was in the room. Cheyenne, that all Pumpkin's kids were in the living room sleeping. all kids were there during this act.
That is so weird to me. Why can't you wait till the kids were with Pumpkin?
That's what I also wasn't okay with too, is that if you're going to do dirt, Josh, don't have your kids. Because what if they would have walked into that room and seen that? What if they would have woke up and seen that? What if they were all kinds of questions? Because Tink goes over there to Jessica's house a lot. The kids all go over there. Harper, all that. There was all kinds of kids there. All of Pumpkin's kids, but Bentley, were in that house. I think Bentley went with Pumpkin that night. But she was not with Darren. She was not this. She was not that. And I don't want to say, well, he got his lip back with his sister. That's the ultimate thing. No.
But Pumpkin had already cheated with that Casey, a.k.a. Kara girl at that point, and had a whole affair with Kara while she was married with Josh, and Josh was working in another state. And so it's not like nothing had happened in their marriage and Pumpkin was this perfect little angel to Josh.
So with that being said, they left. There was nothing said. Josh went about his business. Whatever, okay? Even today, Josh will tell you, and he can deny all day, he is still in love with Pumpkin. If Pumpkin goddamn said, let's get back together, Josh will be over there in 2 damn wheels, but she is not. If she was to leave Darren tomorrow, no. She's been through a lot of shit. She went through a lot of raw bullshit. He might have never laid his hands on Pumpkin, but the mental and emotional abuse somebody can do is 20 times fucking worse than anybody can do. The point of the matter is the final straw for her is you make many times he would say, you got to choose your mom. And I'll be honest with you, probably the last 2 years, Pumpkin would spend the night when I lived on Torrance Road. Pumpkin would spend the night, would come over there, leave the house, bring the kids over. Even when we lived in the trailer, she would come over, she would bring the kids over, she would stay the night when we lived in Ivy. She hasn't did that here with Darren. I mean, they fell asleep on the couch because everybody loves these couches. They're comfortable and they're sleep on or whatever. But I personally don't think Trina knew. But Trina being okay with it, I don't understand that. Just because Pumpkin slept with Darren, which is not Josh's blood cousin, they were raised as cousin. The man that raised Josh raised him, but is no blood. The only bloodline that Darren Kitchens has to anybody in his family is Alana. They're second cousins. Period. Point blank. His grandma Claude, God rest her soul. She passed away 2 years ago. Is Alana's aunt. Okay. With that being said. And so for me, I don't give a fuck. You could have fucked her friend. You could have fucked Paisley. And even that to me, I don't think anybody, you should never go your friend's man, your friend's girl. No. And I will say this straight up. The times that Pumpkin has cheated has not been any of Josh's friends.
At least she's finally confirming that Pumpkin cheated. But it doesn't make it any better if it's not Josh's friends. Like, you can't use that like as a coping skill. Well, at least it wasn't one of his friends or relatives. I mean, it's still bad. I mean, it may not be as bad, but it's still pretty bad.
Since Pumpkin and Josh has been together, she never slept with anybody that was blood to him or anyone that was his friend. I will say that. If Pumpkin cheated with anybody, she cheated with bitches. And the main bitch she cheated with was that Kara girl. And everything Kara said, and this is straight up, and Mark Rose, don't believe me, go comment on Pumpkin's post. Dan has said this. If Kara did not run her mouth as much as she did and get butthurt, he would allow Pumpkin to go fuck around with Kara and make content for the OF and all of that. But Kara gets to butthurt. Kara is a good girl. They hooked up. Kara and Pumpkin originally hooked up because
Kara's in love with Pumpkin. It'd be one thing if Pumpkin was like, okay, we're just going to be F buddies. I'm in this marriage. No, Pumpkin had this whole girl convinced she was going to leave Josh and start a family with this girl. So, I mean, no wonder the girl was emotionally invested the way she was.
Both of their parents had drugs at the time. Kara is a good girl. Everything Kara said is the truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. Kara's the one that busted the first time they were messing around because Pumpkin told her that she would leave Josh at that time 4 years ago. And she didn't. They ended up having Bentley. They ended up having the twins. And back then, I know that they needed to split up. I'm not sitting here fucking Josh is Josh, but that's the point. Josh ain't no saving grace. I get blamed for shit that's still today. I get blamed for his shitty life. I get blamed for him being miserable. I get blamed for him having another kid. Bitch, you stuck your dick inside of Breanna, so you knew. You're the one that told everybody that you wish that Keely was a baby mama and not Breanna.
Oh my God, that's his ex he was with before Breanna.
How about that? So I'm just being honest. Like, that's my thing. Like, also this shit with like Alana. Hold up.
Listen, someone just knocked.
That's my thing. Like, also this shit with like Alana. Hold up. No, who's here? Who is it?
Damn, turn the TV off when you go live.
Hey. No, you're in my house, bitch. You know. I didn't talk about nobody's kid. You don't go on my property. But that's my thing. Like, see, now Breanna showed up, but she's not. She gonna go in my house. She gonna get locked up with Jones County. Period, point blank. And I didn't talk nothing bad about her kid. All I said is that the truth. Don't open that door.
We ain't doing this shit. I suggest you leave. I suggest you leave, Breanna.
Yeah, that's it.
This family and their damn drama has Justin the stress the hell out.
Y'all are saying all.
I suggest you leave.
Don't show it at my house. I never showed it at your house.
I'm gonna hurt your feelings, Breanna.
Do you see this? Y'all see this?
I'm gonna hurt your feelings. Ain't nobody talking about your kids.
Didn't nobody talk about your kids. Or your dad's son. Didn't nobody talk about her dad's son. I said they had a kid together.
Bitch, you don't get nothing over in your fucking mouth.
Thank you. Please leave my house where Jones County has you locked up.
That's the shit we got to deal with. But if I would have showed up at their house,
we'd have been welcome to there.
The whole world would have come apart.
Yeah.
Josh and her don't do nothing but run their mouth. Josh included.
Yes.
He has dogged June for years.
Yes. And I was just saying up, y'all.
You're at fault too. Because I told you to shut up.
Oh.
Because this ignorance doesn't know how to take it.
All I said about her son on TikTok was she has a son that passed away.
Something had to happen that got Josh's girl triggered like that. Like, did the son die because she wasn't watching him? Like, why is she so triggered about June bringing that up? Oh my God, Justin is pissed. I mean, I don't blame him. I would be mad too. I'm just trying to enjoy my Friday night, do some cooking and cleaning, and I got some crazy bitch at my door.
Nobody talking about your kids. Or your dad's son. Didn't nobody talk about her dad's son. I said they had a kid together. Thank you. Please leave my house where Jones County has you locked up.
That's the shit we got to deal with. But if I would have showed up at their house,
we'd have been welcome to there.
The whole world would have come apart.
Yeah.
Josh and her don't do nothing but run their mouth. Josh included.
Yes.
He has dogged June for years.
Yes. And I was just saying up, y'all.
You're at fault too. Because I told you to shut up. Because this ignorant bitch doesn't know how to take it.
All I said about her son on TikTok was she has a son that passed away. That's all I said. She has a son that passed away with a boy named Jonathan.
You did say something.
I said her son passed away. I didn't say anything bad.
Well, it's true. Her son passed away.
Just like my daughter. My daughter passed away. That's all I said about her dead child.
It's a shit show to them.
Because the teenagers, yes, and this is her getting attention. So she'll probably be on live tonight and talking.
That's all it is. I'm done. Everybody there that Josh allowed that shit, I'm done with Josh Eater too. I got some for his goddamn ass too. Because I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah, so this is
telling you too. Because y'all are allowed to go around, do, say whatever the fuck y'all want to with no consequences.
But
I've watched you and I've watched Josh Eater. I've watched the bitch, crazy bitch that just left.
It is Breanna.
Say a lot of crazy fucking shit.
Y'all heard it.
Everything is somebody else's fault. You know, because I had to raise Alana. Alana left your house when she was 15 years old.
Yes.
She lived by herself with Traylon and Draco from 15 till now. Yes. So you didn't have her this whole time to where it made your entire life fall apart.
Yes.
You had her for 2 years.
Yeah, and so
2 fucking years.
pages.
I'm so glad they finally confirmed that, because that has been speculation for years. Nobody has ever confirmed it, but I'm so glad they finally did.
Is texting Breanna.
And the cheating too. I mean, we all knew the cheating was real. Like, let's be for real. But I'm just glad that they're finally confirming that. And now that it's all out there, WeTV needs to do their job and bring up this drama next season. Like, let's stop walking on eggshells for the family. Let's get to the real tea that's really going on, because there's a lot going on between this family that they're not bringing up and that they're overlooking. And I think they do that because they don't want to piss the family off.
And I'm saying, I'm talking about her son. I have not said anything, but her son said something passed away.
Him being excused to do stupid shit like this all the time, or calling people out.
This right here, this is how Josh used to show up to Pumpkin's house. This is the way Josh showed. Yes, he showed up at
the soccer field, and he just sits there and looks pissed off the whole time.
Yeah.
He can get on live. He's been going live for like 2 months now.
And Breanna has said on TikTok, that's why my TikTok is banned now.
He has made jokes. He literally was sitting there while somebody dogged Pumpkin and was laughing about it the entire time.
The threats that he's made to child, Darren.
No, none of that. Still, it don't matter. It's still the principle.
Justin's pissed. He's like, you better shut your ass up before she shows back up at this door again. Oh, boy. June says she has a Ring camera and she's going to drop the footage. I want to see it. Like, did Breanna pull up by herself? Did she pull up with her kids in arm?
If you can get on live and run your mouth because I know you're listening, then don't get mad when other people do it.
Right. And
because I've sat here and watched them.
She's been dogging Pumpkin on TikTok, on everywhere else, and that's fine. But don't come to my house because John's
and then everybody else, though, I'm going to say this publicly too, so everybody knows this. This goes for everybody else too. Yeah. You can't play both sides of the fence.
And it's not us crashing out. It's just we've had.
No, me crashing out came to my house.
I never showed up on Jackson Road. Never showed up.
I didn't come up to our house beating on her goddamn door.
Yeah, I mean, to the point that y'all heard it. I'm going to leave this video up. I'm going to leave this video up.
This goddamn shit. That's what I'm saying. I can't even sit at my own house doing nothing without crazy shit like this.
Like, to the point that, like...
What was the point of it?
Yeah. What?
I have a feeling WeTV is going to clip this and show this at the beginning of next season. If they don't, then what are you guys doing?
What was the point of you showing at my house? What would you do? Going to beat my ass on
I don't need everybody talking on the phone talking shit neither.
I'm not.
I'm talking about everybody. Because, Breanna also said that other people sat on the phone and talked shit.
Showed up at my house. Breanna beating down my door. I was on live on Facebook. I'm live on Facebook. She literally showed and was beating down my door talking about this. She was going to break down my door.
Stupid ass shit. I'm tired of these either. Now that's it. Now
no, Dustin got on live, opened the door, and he said, "You better get off." She's like, she's talking about my dead. She's talking about my dead son.
A lot of
she's
shit
talking about my dead son. All I said is that she had a child with Jonathan that passed away, just like I had a child that passed away. Other than that, I didn't say shit about her dead son.
I've watched both of them sit on there and laugh, make jokes. Call people all kind of names.
Facebook now. There's 4,000 people in here.
Who cares?
So I'm gonna leave it. I don't care.
Josh has been going live making all kind of stuff.
This is what I say. She's probably gonna show up at your house next. Because she's looking for a fight. She's looking for a fight. She said she beat her.
People want to sit around and call you crazy all the time.
If you watch my Facebook back, you'll see where she's beating on my door. I didn't get off of her and told her to leave. Justin had to get off his life. Yes, I'm on Facebook.
Everybody getting away with shit too.
No, I had to call Pumpkin because if something happened, I wanted her to know she's not even at home. But that's my point. I've never pulled up at Joshua Eford's house, ever. As much as I needed to pull up on you and have you locked up because your threats to my daughter and my grandkids and their life, I never once went to the police because of the simple fact of I would never do that. Me saying that she had a child that passed away. I had a child that passed away, Anna. She's like, I've never talked about Anna. Anna passed away. Just like her son passed away. She's mad because truths are coming out about everything. I'm tired of having the one to shut my fucking mouth. Been having it go, okay? You get tired of having people talk shit about you every single day. She holds lives for hours. I have watched her live for hours, bashing Pumpkin about OF. But you're on the phone with Pumpkin 2 and 3 hours. 2 to 3 hours you're online talking about me. You're talking about Pumpkin. Josh, and you're the one wanting to talk because you don't want your family to know who you really are. You don't want to lose the free house that they live in. That's the truth. Are you mad because I'm telling the truth? Tell me that.
Okay, it sounds like they got a free house from a family member, I'm assuming. Probably like a grandparent or something left in my house.
Are you mad because I'm telling the truth? This right there, how many people just heard Breanna at my front door? Who heard Justin tell her to get the fuck off my county or she was going to jail in Jones County? I have ring footage that I will share with y'all.
Please do.
I have never pulled up and showed my ass to Joshua Efer or to Breanna Godwin or to anybody for that matter. Never. Never. Never have I done that. Never. I mean, y'all were just in there, y'all seen Breanna show up. I would never do that to anyone.
Yeah, but the passion of you behind closed doors has got to stop too.
So that's
it starts shit like this where people feel like they have the power to do this.
Yeah, this right here, I would never do this. I have never, as many times as I could have crashed out on these hoes, never once.
Now we'll be blamed for everything because people came house beating on my goddamn door.
Y'all heard her. I have ring footage that I could call Jones County right now and have you locked up for threatening me.
All because shit came out today.
Now,
you make a lot of money.
Josh makes $80,000. It's public record, Joshua Efer. Deal with it. Breanna, you do from that. I can't help that Josh does not love, does not appreciate, around on Josh, talks to other bitches and every goddamn thing else. I want people to know that my daughter's life.
What did she say? She's trying to say Josh is a cheater with Breanna? What are you trying to say?
Life has been threatened. My grandkids' lives have been threatened, even Darren's. If I'm fine, I'm not sitting here talking to y'all.
None of that matters. I'm saying I'm tired of all of y'all fucking pouting. When the other one goes live and says something, when all of y'all go live and say shit, when all of y'all talk shit behind closed doors, when all of y'all go on TV and say shit and the people don't make you say it.
We still have an hour and 20 minutes left of the live. I don't think I'm going to have a chance to react to the full live, but I do want to react to the rest of what she was saying later, or at least like the bread and butter. Then I do want to react to a video Pumpkin did where she opened up more about the whole situation with Cheyenne and Jessica and Josh on her Facebook. So stay tuned for that for my next video. I'm going to try to watch a few more minutes and then we're going to end it there until my next video.
That Josh did at that wedding, Justin seen that speech. Josh helped with that speech with production. Josh could have made the decision to the point that production, I told them that I wasn't going to know about Jessica's wedding. To the point that Josh could have said something else. Josh could have said something else. And our production company had to stop production and tell him to say something else because I was about to nut up right there.
Everybody just getting off the shit.
And that was true. I promise y'all, I have never showed up at somebody's house when I should have showed up at people's houses. Never once.
It's just I'm tired of everybody else.
I haven't showed it at Brittany Stroud's house. I haven't showed it at Joshua Stroud's house. I haven't showed it with Breanna. I've been everything but nice to Breanna. And when I was gonna let her have that, I was gonna let her ride out with that. That's why I posted the messages on my Facebook. I did all that, okay? To the point you drove 20 minutes from Wilkinson County, or if you was in Millersville, you drove 35. You drove 20 minutes from your house in Ivy, Georgia, behind the Ivy General, to my house in Gray, Georgia, on Railroad Street.
That's what they want. That's exactly what they want.
This is what they wanted. They wanted it to show it on live. June crashed out, tried to have me locked up. No, I got cameras all around. To play, we can checkmate.
I'm tired of you doing certain stuff, and I'm tired of everybody else acting like they're perfect. Yeah. They're not perfect. People have went live. There is recordings of other people live doing all kinds of shit. Yes. So if you're going to continue to go live.
This is also why I record on my secret accounts from the door. Is because I got hundreds of hours of shit for people like her. People like Brittany Stroud. People like Crystal Myers that lives in Conyers. Of screen recordings. Just being honest. She does not live in Grace. She lives in Conyers. That T-Pay, that Mama Jim T-Pay is not me.
Y'all motherfuckers, I swear, dude. This is the shit I'm talking about.
Like, this is crazy. Like, this
is genuinely, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes.
But everybody knew tonight was going to be the night somebody was going to crash out. I was going to do it.
Things people things are getting told that people don't want told because it doesn't make them look like the perfect little peachy.
Exactly.
And I understand that. But also, my biggest problem is, yes, I got on to you last week about the same thing. I told you to leave it alone because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day. That's why you just quit doing it. Because I said, no, Jim, this is fucking stupid in the first fucking place. Yeah. Because a lot of it does revolve around that T-page. And then secondly, there is plenty of videos in the past 2 weeks to where videos of Josh on there laughing, calling people names, situations,
I'm so glad.
Nights at 12 o'clock getting on there.
Till 2 o'clock in the morning. Till 2 o'clock in the morning.
Acting like people in our family is getting on the phone telling her that it's okay.
And the only thing, and I do believe this because Dan did sign the check later than I. And because Dan actually called Pumpkin out on something like Saturday, but then fucking called it out on yesterday because they came here last night for dinner. Only thing that she told Bree is that you need to fucking stop because my mama's gonna hurt your feelings. She ain't gonna motherfucking stop. She gonna say, I have been holding this in for years, y'all. Years. Not just 2 years, not just 3 years, not just 4 years. You know, if she's upset because if you say my daughter passed away, yeah, and a motherfucking God rest her soul, ho. Motherfucker, I cried at that goddamn thing today. I did. And I did. And I think that Anna should be here because Kaylin is graduating 8th grade and, you know, she's going into high school and shit like that. But I'm telling y'all, like that right there, like now my life feels threatened because they're crazy. Them two are crazy. If you're going to threaten to shoot somebody's house up at 560 and you threaten to burn somebody's house down with your own children, your soon-to-be ex-wife in it, and people are okay with that, that shit right there, you drove 20 minutes. 20 minutes, y'all. And y'all were all witnesses. I wasn't going to stop it. Justin had got off of TikTok. I'm not going to stop it. And I was like, who the fuck is this? You didn't answer. I thought it was Pumpkin because Pumpkin knocks like that. No lie. Pumpkin knocks like that. And normally she'd be like, open the door, Hope. And I said, who is it? Because Justin's like, did you order something? No, I got a fucking $80 worth of goddamn hibachi over on the table. I hadn't ate it all. You know what I'm saying? Because I order when I'm hungry. Y'all ever do that shit? Y'all ever do that shit? And I wasn't planning on coming in here. I ain't crashing out. I'm just telling them. I'm guaranteed she gonna go on TikTok tonight. She gonna make her money. But make your money, baby girl. Make your money. Do what you do. But own your truths and own your... Because if that T-Page said I was over talking about your son, the only thing I said about her son is that. Hello? This motherfucker done showed up at the house while I was on Facebook. I'm on Facebook Live. But I had 4,000 people and she's beating on my door telling me to open the fucking door up. They came in your chat and said, Breanna showed up at your mama's house. No, I just said I need to call Alana before she gets on live and then because she's mad because I said her son. What? Why? Well, I mean, okay, but that shit about Noah and Peyton's and her and Natalie's all on their chat too. So I mean, it is what it is. It's getting you the views. But anyway, I don't know. But no, I went on thing because they careful. But she got mad showing up because again, I'm telling all the truths about what Josh did to Pumpkin, about the house and the pew pew at Darren's and all that. And burning the house down and talking about all that and, you know, just being honest, like, you know, the saving grace that you've been on your own since you were 16, like you've been paying your own bills. And then all I said is that, you know, how Josh and them did meet is she was with a boy named Jonathan. She left little Ella at the house on the couch. She went and fucked Josh. The boy Josh called. They ended up having a kid together that passed away. She said, well, I've never talked about Anna passing away. All I said is she had a son that passed away.
Okay, she left her kid on the couch to go hook up with Josh. That's crazy.
You probably got 10,000 people in there because I had over 5,000 when I got banned. Exactly. But I stayed on live because I wanted people to see the crash out. I never showed up at Josh's house, never showed up at Pumpkin's house, never even showed up at your house when I needed to and show my ass. Never. I never showed up at anybody's house. Never. And she showed up at my house and Justin opened the door, got off TikTok, opened the door and said, you need to leave. I said, if you don't leave, then yes, Josh's baby mom. Okay, sorry. But no, y'all, I didn't know. Lana's chat's like going crazy, like, oh my God, Breanna's showing up at your mama's house.
She did that for show.
Who?
She did. She did
Breanna?
For show.
Yes.
And he allowed the shit.
Was he in the car?
I know he wasn't in the car.
Let me explain this to y'all. They have.
Josh, the only time I talked to him, and I tried to be neutral, but this shit.
Josh has their kids. She has her 2 children. She took time out of 6 kids to show up in Gray, Georgia, 20 minutes away. Make it make sense, y'all. I went to the door. I said, I'm not opening the door. I'm not dealing with your shit. Get off my property or the Jones County will be called. I have camera footage. So she can't deny that she was here. I have cameras everywhere around my house, y'all. Everywhere that record 24/7.
This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. It really is. So. You have to step out of your character and act like this and do all this.
Right. For somebody. No, put on a show for nobody.
Got all the neighbors out in front.
Yeah.
Like, this is embarrassing.
Yeah, but Pumpkin told her, like, Mama's going to say what she's going to say. Mama says she's going to say. And Gay is in here. Gay Eldridge. There's people from the Wilkes County. My friend Bobby.
That's also a problem, too, is because Breanna, that ain't what Breanna was saying.
Yeah.
Breanna was acting like Pumpkin and Darren was on the phone calling you crazy.
Yeah.
Don't mess with you that way. It wasn't, that ain't what was said. Be honest.
Yes, but Darren did say exactly what was said.
About it. Quit covering. No.
I didn't say that.
That is what was said by that fucking bitch.
So, I told y'all I was going to do the tea. I went on TikTok. My main account got banned on Wednesday, y'all. My backup account got banned tonight for the last 20 minutes.
Somebody in our circle was talking, saying,
and I'll show y'all. I text Pumpkin, and I confronted Pumpkin at my house and confronted her again last night in front of Darren. So I did do all that. And I'm not saying that anybody is fucking perfect in the situation. But Justin, like I said, it's to the point that we have shut our mouth. Whether it come with this situation or it come with the situation with Michael and London. Because we haven't seen Kylie in over 2 years. We're not allowed to see Kylie. I'm not allowed to have contact with Kylie. She's now not allowed to come to Georgia because of a family issue that has continued from Caitlin now to Kylie. That situation needs to be does not need to keep being brushed up underneath the rug. She has blocked me on social media. I don't get to know because they're going to post shit on their page talking about they making sure that Caitlin's okay. You don't call Caitlin. You don't talk to Caitlin. You don't make an attempt to talk to Caitlin. None of that. The only person that's ever made an attempt to talk to Caitlin and is very far and in between is Kanye Cardwell, and that's Michael's mother.
But that's pretty much it, guys, for Breanna pulling up on June. I'll try to react to the live and what June had to say and that other video I was talking about my next video. So stay tuned for that. But what do you guys think about all this? That is wild that she actually pulled up to her house like that. And I'm very curious if she did end up going live and what she had to say about everything. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching.